I have never been good at fences, wooden ones, or the kind made of rules. The people of my village cling to both, as if boundaries could keep danger out. Don't wander after dark. Don't go near the river when it runs high. Above all, don't enter the woods when the moon is full. I knew the stories. I had heard them whispered around kitchen tables, muttered by mothers to frighten their children into obedience. A beast stalked the forest, half man, half elf, cursed to hunger for blood. I was raised on those tales, but I never believed them fully. Monsters belong to firesides, not to the world outside your window. At least that is what I thought. That night, I lingered too long helping at the bakery, and the road home had grown dark. I carried a small lantern, its glow little more than a trembling coin in the vast blackness. As I passed the tree line, something tugged at me. The woods loomed like a wall of silence, yet I found myself pausing, drawn closer as if dared by the darkness itself. Then my lantern sputtered and died. The forest exhaled, swallowing the last of the sound. My breath caught in my throat. I turned to flee, but before I could take a step, I heard it. Elena. My name. Spoken low, ragged, and not from any lips I knew. I froze. The voice came again, closer. And then he stepped out. Barefoot, hair dark and wild, his chest rising and falling as though each breath cost him dearly. His eyes caught the moonlight pale silver, inhuman, haunting. His shadow stretched long, and for an instant I swore it had claws. "You shouldn't be here," he said. His voice was deep, ruined by strain, a voice that begged and warned all at once. I clutched the useless lantern to my chest. "Neither should you." The corner of his mouth twitched, but it wasn't a smile. "I don't have a choice." I knew then what he was. The stories were no longer stories. My blood ran cold, yet my feet would not move. Because his eyes, wolf's eyes, ancient and sorrowful, did not look at me with hunger. They looked at me with loneliness. "What's your name?" I whispered. For a moment he hesitated, as if names were dangerous things. "Lucian." "Elena," I said, though he already knew. "I smelled it," he murmured. "Flower soap." "Your hands? They work with warm things." The word struck something in me I couldn't name. He spoke like a starving man describing bread. He kept glancing at the sky. The moon was rising higher, silvering the treetops. His body trembled, his jaw tightening as though holding back a scream. "How long?" I asked. "Minutes," he rasped, "maybe less." My heart hammered. What happens then? "You run," he said. "Or you chain me, but I'll break it. Either way, pray on something worth saving." The grief in his voice nearly undid me. I should have fled. I should have turned and never looked back. Instead, I stepped closer, then let me stay. He stared at me as though I had struck him. For a heartbeat, hope flickered in his silver eyes. Then the sound came, a guttural snarl tearing from his chest. He staggered, clutching at the earth, his body shuddering under some invisible weight. The change had begun. I could have run. Every instinct screamed at me too. But something deeper, stronger, anchored me. I dropped the lantern and reached for him. My hand found his, trembling and fever-hot. "Lucian," I whispered, "stay with me. Remember who you are." His bones cracked beneath my touch, his body twisting into something vast and terrible. Yet even as claws replaced fingers, he didn't strike. He drove his hands into the dirt instead, growling in agony. His eyes snapped open, silver burning like the moon itself. I laid my palm against his jaw, though it no longer belonged to a man. "Lucian, stay." The wolf rose before me, immense, fur-silvered, breath steaming in the night. Teeth flashed, a snarl rattled the air. And then, slowly, he lowered his head until my hand rested against him. The growl broke. What came instead was a sound I will never forget. Not rage, not hunger, but relief. For the first time, the beast knelt at my side. And for the first time, I knew the stories were true, yet none of them had told the whole truth. Because monsters can kneel and curses can listen, and sometimes the most dangerous thing in the dark is the longing to be seen.